Hi everyone, I'm Meredith and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so excited that you found me, and if you're returning, I'm so grateful you've decided to come back and watch more. I love all things luxury. I love luxury shoes, I love luxury handbags, luxury lifestyle and vlogging, and if they're things that appeal to you, I hope you'll do me a massive favor and hit that subscribe button down below. Hitting that subscribe button costs you nothing but means a lot to me, so if you do me that massive favor, I'd really appreciate it. Today I am doing a tag video. The fabulous, the wonderful, the sweet Steph from Handbag Organisers has tagged me in a video. It is called, and let me get the name right, 7 Bags I've Had the Longest. So she was kind enough to tag me in this video. I will tag her channel and her video down below for you. If you're not following Steph, really, where have you been? Steph is lovely. She does great content. I love her shopping vlogs, and I am so excited that I'm going to get to meet her in September when I head to London. She is just the sweetest person, and I am so grateful to her for tagging me in this, and I'm looking forward to meeting her. So let's go through the 7 bags that I've had the longest. Now, she also did the prices that she paid for hers at the time of buying them. I'm not that good. I don't remember. I really don't remember. And some of these I've had for 20 years. So yeah, I'm not that good. Steph is much better at this than I am. But I will certainly show you the 7 bags and talk about if I still use them or not. So let's take a look at my 7 oldest bags. And disclaimer, I have done my best to pick my 7 oldest ones, but there's some contention around the order in which they came. So I've chosen the 7 I think are my oldest, but there might be, you know, you're not going to know the difference, so it doesn't matter. So let's look at them. My very first ever designer handbag was this. This is my Speedy 25 from Louis Vuitton. It is in the monogram canvas. It is well loved. This padlock is on there, and I have no idea where the key is. I'm sure I could find it if I needed to. It has patinaed, but it's still in great condition, I've got to say. I mean, considering that it is, I'm 42 now, so I would say that this is 22 years old. It has done well, and it is well loved. I carried this constantly when I got it. It was such a pride piece for me. I was so proud of the fact that I bought it, and I loved it so much. Do I wish I had got the bandolier? Yes, but I'm not 100% sure the bandolier existed when I bought this, but it is a part of Louis Vuitton's heritage. The Speedy is their very first bag. I love it. It is never leaving my collection. It is never going anywhere. It is my first designer handbag. So do I use it anymore? No, not really. It hasn't been out of the house, apart from moving house, for many years. But I love it, and you know, maybe one day my daughter will carry it, or even my son, I don't care. But for now, it sits in pride of place of my very first handbag, so it will forever stay. And let's face it, it's a Louis Vuitton Speedy. It's not going anywhere. So that was my very first ever designer piece, and I think it was a great investment as a first piece because I did get so much wear out of it, and it held so much, and it was easy to carry. If I were to do it all over again now, if I was starting, would I still buy a Speedy first? Probably not. I'd probably buy a Neverfull first, but I would certainly still have a Speedy on the radar. I'd just buy it in a bandolier because all my other Speedies are bandoliers. So that was my very first piece. My second piece is actually this one. So this is from the Marc Jacobs denim collection for Louis Vuitton. It is in the pink denim. I remember going into store on the corner of Castlereagh and King Street when Louis Vuitton was there. It's now Dior. If you live in Sydney, it's where Dior now is. And they had just launched the denim collection, and I walked in and I was like, oh my God, I'm in love. I want everything. Couldn't afford everything at the time. I couldn't afford everything now. I slowly collect these pieces because I love Louis Vuitton denim so much. And this is true denim. This is not a jacquard. This is actually a denim. It is squishy. I've currently got it stuffed, but it is completely squishy. It came in pink. It came in green. I'm still on the hunt for the green one of this. I don't have the green in this yet. and it came in blue. I do have a blue one. It's currently with Louis Vuitton being refurbished, but this is an original from store. I bought this fresh from store. I remember having a conversation with the sales associate on the day, and they had the green as well, and he was like, buy whatever you love. So obviously I went with the pink because the pink is what I love. However, he did explain to me on the day that they had done the pink, the green, and the blue. The blue was standard across the line. There were lots of blue denim pieces. The pink was limited and the green were limited, but he did state the green was more limited than the pink was. But I still went with pink because it's pink. It's me. What other color would I do? But I am now on the hunt for the green, and the green pieces are much harder to find than the pink, and certainly both are much harder to find than the blue. So that was the second piece that I ever bought. All right, after that, I bought this one. You can see there was a lot of Louis Vuitton in my life. There is still a lot of Louis Vuitton in my life. I love Louis Vuitton. I'm never leaving Louis Vuitton. So this is a Bloomsbury. So it is a crossbody messenger bag. And I have it in the Demier bean, you can see. So I bought this for the purposes of traveling. So at the time I used to cart around my massive SLR camera, and I still have my digital SLR camera, that is in a cupboard now and rarely gets used, but the photo quality was amazing. Whenever I travel, I take my digital SLR with me, and I bought this because all my lenses and bits and pieces could fit in the main bit, and then I could put my wallet and my phone and whatever else I needed in the front. So it used to take this size bag to get around in a new city because I would carry all my camera equipment with me. I still take it now when I travel. It's a great size because it is the Demier bean with the dark trim. I never worried about it getting wet or anything. Not that I worry all that much anymore anyway. You can pick these up at an absolute bargain on the resale market now, and they're so worth it if you travel a lot. It's got the beautiful red interior. Yeah, I love the Bloomsbury, and I still use mine to this day. So this one does actually leave the house. And I should say that the pink denim doesn't very often, ever, really. So yeah, I love this bag, and it still gets used to this day, which makes it a really great investment. The next three bags I bought in New York on a trip to New York. My very first trip overseas on my own was to New York, and I went for 2 weeks, and yeah, I bought a few things. Probably not as many as I bought in my last New York trip, but my first New York trip still yielded some nice bags. The first one I bought was this one. So obviously it was still the denim era from Louis Vuitton. This is the, I want to say the mini pleaty. I think that's the name of it. I could be wrong, but I bought this in the New York store, the flagship, and it was on display, and I just thought it was the cutest thing ever. This one has been used. You can see by the scratches on the leather there, and it has the classic mustard interior. Doesn't hold much, and by those standards in those days, this was a ridiculously sized bag because everybody had big bags, but then small bags came in, and well, there you go. Still in fantastic condition. It has been used a fair bit. It has got some marks on the handles, although you probably can't see them. And yeah, it was a New York purchase, and I got this home in the box. I think that trip, my first trip to New York, I went with 2 suitcases, and I came home with 4, 5. I don't know, it was ridiculous. And I shipped stuff home from New York. I went insane because it was just like shopping mecca for me. From someone who was coming out of Sydney and Australia, New York was just like mind-blowing to me, the amount of stuff that I could buy. So, and oh boy, did I shop. And that was the first bag that I bought while I was in New York. The second bag I bought while I was in New York, and that's not going to sit, but just stay, was this one. So I bought this from Fendi. It's a Fendi bag. It is a limited edition. It has these medallions on it, which no one can really tell me about from Fendi. But nonetheless, I bought it, and I went into the store. It was on 5th Avenue at the time. It is not there anymore. And I was just looking around. I bought a pair of shoes as well, which I still have. And I bought this bag. I did not own any white bags at the time. And to be fair, these days I still don't own a lot of white bags. And it had brown trim, which does not scream Meredith in any way, shape or form. And it was probably a stupid purchase because it does not sit with my aesthetic. to walk in now and see this, I wouldn't even give it a second look. But I, for whatever reason, gravitated towards it at the time, probably because I thought I needed a white bag with brown trim. And it has maybe left the house once or twice. And that is it. I bought it because of the lining, really. I loved the lining. It was so pretty. So let's just take all the stuffing out. There we go. So it has this beautiful, beautiful pink silk lining to it. And it comes with a white dust bag because it is a white bag. So like this is from the days when Fendi still did bright yellow things. So yeah, it's left the house maybe twice. Should I sell it because it doesn't get used? Yes. But can I bring myself to do it? So far, no. Because it does have that memory of New York. I remember explicitly buying it on the day. Like I have all those memories, and I'm an emotional hoarder and I struggle to get rid of things. So I still have it. Should I sell it? Yes. Will I? I don't know. I don't know if I'd even get like decent money for it. I mean, Fendi doesn't have great resale value at the best of times, and for something so old and not in trend, I don't even know if it'd be worth it. But it is a beautiful, beautiful bag. And it is a limited edition of some description because it does have these medallions on it, and they were explained to me on the day that I bought it, but do I remember the story? No. So yes, I bought that in New York as well. And then the last bag I bought in New York was this one. If you read Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, Marie Claire, at the time these bags came out, they were in your face. Everybody saw these in print advertising. Chanel went nuts when these came out, and they were just everywhere. And I was influenced. I was reading every magazine available, and I desperately wanted one of these bags. This tote bag came in a bigger size as well, and it also came in white with the black CCs, and black with white CCs, I want to say. Also came in a camera bag style with like lots of pouches on it, but they were everywhere. And I was in New York, and I remember going to Chanel and saying, I'm after this pink tote bag. And they said there is one left in the city. It's at Saks Fifth Avenue. You'll have to go there. And I got there and they had it, and I bought it. Should I have bought it? Probably not. I used it a handful of times, but I found that the straps on it are super, super hard to negotiate. You couldn't get in and out of it because it was so short. Yeah, but I loved the pink. I just loved the pink. I wanted the bigger size. I couldn't afford the bigger size, so I settled on the smaller size, and that's always a stupid idea. These days, I would love this color in the camera bag style, like the really chunky rectangle that they had, and I'd love the bigger size of this. Can I sell this? I don't think it's worth enough money to sell, although at the time of buying it, I feel like it was less than $2,000. Maybe, might have been a bit more than $2,000. It's not worth what, I didn't pay for it what it would be worth now. By Chanel terms, this would be, I don't know, what, $8,000 maybe? So certainly at the time it was expensive, but not as expensive as it would be now. But to resell it, I don't know if I'd even get any money for it. This style of bag is out. Nobody wants this. I do still love the pink, but the pink is beautiful. But once again, I settled. So you can see in my early days of shopping luxury, I made a lot of mistakes. I bought something that did not suit my style. I bought something to get because I couldn't get what I really wanted because I couldn't afford it. So yeah, I made mistakes. We all do in the early days, especially if you're young. If you're in your 20s, then you're probably going to make mistakes because you haven't worked out what your style is yet, or what you really love, or, you know, don't settle. So we all make mistakes, and my mistakes are still sitting here. So that was my next bag. And then my final bag was this one. My Murakami Speedy 30. It's 30. And I bought this in Guam. I went to Guam I am a strange person who went to Guam. So I went and I bought this while I was there. It was my very first Murakami piece. It was expensive at the time for me. It was so much money, but I desperately wanted it. I got it duty free, which was handy, and I love it so much. I carried this so much. It's still in beautiful, beautiful condition. It does have scratches on it, most certainly. Do I carry it these days? No, not really. I now have the black one as well, and those of you who watch my channel regularly know that I collect the Murakami pieces. I think they're beautiful, but this was an original from store, but I did bring it home with me from Guam. And it kicked off the Murakami obsession that I had. Expensive at the time, but not as expensive as it would be if I bought it on the resale market now, strangely enough. So that was the 7th piece that I bought. So those were the first 7 luxury handbags that I ever bought. I think, like I said, there's some contention around, is that the exact order I bought them in, but we'll go with this for now. Thank you to Steph from Handbagaholic for creating this tag. It was a lot of fun to get some of these bags out that we don't see very often because they just sit on shelves. You can see clearly my journey started with bags that, you know, I probably shouldn't have bought, and that I had to grow and evolve and learn what my style was. So that's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. Yes, they're expensive mistakes sometimes. And yes, I should probably move some of these bags on, but they do all have an emotional attachment for me, and yes, I am an emotional hoarder, so I struggle with that. But yeah, so if you make a mistake, don't feel bad about it. We all do it. It takes time to work out what your style is, and what works for you. And these days I am very curated in what I will look at and what I will not look at, and what draws me in. So 22 years it took. So just for reference. I'm going to tag a couple of content creators that I would really like to hear from on this tag. So can you tell me your first 7 luxury bags? Winnie from Winnie BLV. I'm going to do Lisa from Luxury and Life in the Middle. And I will also tag Mel from Mel in Melbourne. Now, Mel's got an amazing collection, so I'd love to see what her first 7 luxury handbags are. So I'm hoping she'll do this tag as well. If you've liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that little subscribe button down below. It means a lot to a content creator when you hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the little bell notification so you know when I've uploaded videos, which is usually 3 times a week. I'll also put my Instagram handle up for you so you can come follow me over there. I put lots up in real time, lots around my collection and ways that I style these fabulous things that I buy. So please come follow me over there. I hope wherever you are in the world today, you are having a fabulous day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.